Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to a brand new area on the centre map. Now today, I was originally going to be finishing off the wall, starting work on the fabricator and doing all that kind of stuff, but then suddenly, this massive area on the very south of the map has appeared. It is essentially one giant mountainous ridge with this huge forest on the bottom half of it. Now sadly we can't go up all the way to the giant ape statues because of course we are still in Ark. There are giant force fields to keep us trapped here by our secret overlords. But regardless of our secret overlords, we are going to be relaxing today and having a bit of a explore of the new area. So, where to start then? I think it's only fair we start from the east where we are currently and then slowly make our way over to the west and see what's over there. That looks almost like buildings on the top of that ridge there, but I'm going to assume we actually can't get up there because, again, force field, giant overlords, bad things. I think, yep, this is the very eastern point. Nothing really too much of interest, but certainly a good starting point regardless. We have mountains, we have more mountains, we have moss, we have a little bit of grass, and we have a lot of stone. If there's something under the water, of course, at the moment I can't actually figure that out, since we even managed to lose our shark in the previous episode, but it does seem fairly standard fare, at least over here. Now, over there is where it gets a little bit more interesting. Since I did have to fly past all that to actually get here, I know that there are at least deer, there are the doe, there are several predators, and there are a few new animals which have been added very recently, including what looks like a giant seagull and a slightly undersized T-Rex. This area is actually oddly dark. It's quite surprising considering it's still, I think, the middle of the day. Let's have a quick look-see. It's currently 12:48, but this place is just completely shadowed. So, whilst my Pteranodon has a little bit of a break, let's go on foot and have a look at the very first area. So this is a little secluded cove just above the mainland, well, the main area of this place. Is that a poop rock? I think that's meant to be just a normal crystal node, but it spawned a little bit too high. Yeah, I think that's the case there. I mean, Poop Rock, I believe, is also a pretty good guess, though. Are these the small ones you can actually grab? I know there's some small crystals you can just grab with your hand, but apparently that is not the case. Just very weird spawnings. Nothing of too much interest over here, just a load of resource. Just crystal, crystal, more crystal, and a lot of metal. Okay, so first area explored, very creepy looking cave, oddly dark. I really do think that this is an artificial shadow because I've had to put up the gamma to 4. Normally I leave it on something like 3.1, and I even have a torch just to make sure I can actually see what I'm doing in this place. A little bit further down the line, now all the way over to here, and I found this winding path into the mountain. Most of the enemies, and in fact most of the animals in general, seem to be confined to the bottom of the forest. Not many, if any, seem to actually walk onto the path, so it certainly seems like there's none spawning here, but obviously over time animals will wander their way up. Certainly makes a very easy to defend place, just put a wall down there and you're pretty much safe to go. Thinking with walls again. I just can't help it. So we have this major ledge up here, so I'll have to go down later on and explore the bottom there. And now everything's far too bright thanks to my gamma settings. I'll change that in a little while. Ooh. A major waterfall, another ape statue. So is there anything behind the waterfall, I think is the question we are all asking, or at least I'm asking for you. Stay. Oh, yes. That's what I wanted to see. Don't think I need the torch anymore. A little bit of greenery, but a lot of mud, dirt, rock, and that actually seems like all there is. This is way more spacious than I thought it was going to be. Let's see if I can fly in here. I feel like flying is probably a better idea, maybe a little bit safer. Wow, though. Building in here. Oh, there's so many places I want to build right now. It's so unfair. It's like I don't have all the time in the day, otherwise I would build everywhere. Loads of crystal, absolutely loads of it. Ooh. cave paintings. Oh, that is really creepy because my hands are definitely not that big. Is this all there is? It's just really safe resource. I love this place. You could set up like Dodicaruses here and loads of forges, and honestly, it's not that far away from our island. It's definitely too far away for me to use, but if I really wanted to, just fill this place with Dodicaruses, some animal to defend them, although they are pretty much immortal if you just leave them to their own business because of their shell, but even so. Well, it's not really a shell, is it? It's a hardened bit of hide? It may be a shell. I don't know, and I don't really care too much. And you can increase your stamina even further. Well then, that was a very nice find, and that is located here. Certainly the first really cool thing I've found so far. I mean, to be fair, the whole place is really cool. It's just, this is like one of those landmarks. Does that path lead any further? Or is it just to get to the waterfall? No, it does carry on. Okay, so our first adventure then is just going to be along this top path. Is that a tree spurting water? What's up there? Doesn't that look like a village? Or buildings? What I need is a spyglass, and since there's so much crystal around here, we could always just make one. Spyglass, 2 crystal, and a little bit of wood. Okay, I'm going to quickly go ahead and make ourselves a spyglass, and then I'll be right back. First large tree I've actually found to be harvestable, and wow! Just look at this. 436, going up to 500 now. I really want to see this tree fall over. I feel like my axe is going to break before it does so. Do it. Finally! 600! Wow, that was ridiculous. And then we're going to throw it all away because screw the environment. I mean, we're giving it back to the environment so it can rot and then go back to the earth. Aren't we environmentally kind? Of course we are. No. Yes. So they are buildings. I think, without a doubt, they are buildings. That's the first... No, I was going to say that's the first man-made structure in the game, but no, there's all the ruins and stuff, isn't there? So, clearly man-made structures already. But that one looks a little bit more modern in comparison to the rest. So, back onwards then with our current path, although I do want to see what's up here, if we can get up here. Darn it, the ceiling seems a little bit inconsistent. As we can see here, it's going downwards. That's a shame. And I think this is where this path ends. Which means we can definitely not get up there, which is a massive shame. I would like to see what on earth is actually up there. But perhaps keeping it to our... Ooh, hello. More crystal. Keeping it to our imaginations might be better. Maybe. Not much else to be seen so far, but this path is going on forever. I think this ridge may go the entire length at this stage, although that is a bit of an assumption, and we are now entering foggy area number 2, so I can't really see much at all. Again, I do currently have the gamma up on 4, making it significantly brighter than usual, and I'm still having a tough time actually navigating. Ooh, that's very pretty bright blue water. Is this part of the ocean, or is it just its own lake? The problem is it's underneath the mountainous ridge, so I can't really tell. Hello, Carno. I would like to see the new miniature T-Rex. That would be cool. Apparently it's bigger than a Carno, but smaller than a Rex. And is like a pack animal rather than the others. Well, more so than the others, I should say. Just seeing the same thing over and over. I also want to see one of the giant new seagulls. I know they're not seagulls, but they can land in the water. They're basically like giant evil ducks, to be honest. As soon as I land, I want to get back up, because, well, we have terror birds and other scary things. Come on, get all your stamina back. Maybe I should have brought the Argent Avis instead. At this point, we have ran out of that ledge. The ledge has kind of merged with the regular area at this stage. So we are currently... here. Ooh. Big drop into what seems to be a cave? It's very bright, whatever it is. More dead trees, nothing special there. But what's over here? It looks like a cave. I'm going to assume a cave. Also, I'm not sure if this fog is always here, or is it just part of the weather. It could just be me being very unlucky while I'm exploring. Oh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. Something about underground lakes is just so nice. And, well, not really underground, but you get the idea. Indoor lakes, cave lakes, lakes which aren't exactly outdoors. And we're just hitting more mountain here. Okay, so we are now here, and thus reaching the end of the new area. And that is an ape, which I almost ran into, which means it would have become hostile to us. More Diplos. Diplos everywhere in this place. If you want some easy prime meat, come here. As long as you have a half-decent dinosaur you can ride on, you're pretty much safe. At least, from what I've seen so far. Been flying around for a little while now since that last clip, and not really seeing too much of interest. The most interesting thing I did find was a large downed tree, which you could actually go into the inside of. Not really that big, honestly, about the same size as this, just far, far longer, which I kind of want to build in. I want a hermit log. Is that so wrong? But we are now getting very close to the end. We are only like 2 tiles off. And back to a place I actually recognise. Here we are at the very creepy waterfalls and a new piece of land attaching the 2 islands together. Which I'm actually surprised goes past this border. Oh, that went really dark really quick. Now that looks weird. So, by the looks of things, that place up there looks a little bit abandoned, to be honest. Damaged looking houses, wood not really connecting properly to each other, perhaps it's just the render distance, but it does look abandoned with some really weird trees. I want to know what's going on up there. Like, why is that even there, that weird little lookout? I am going to try to get up there as soon as I've got my stamina back, but I'm not feeling like it's going to be particularly likely. Ooh. Well, 2 upsides. We have a supply drop currently coming down, and we have a new area to explore. Yep. Well, that's a shame. So this is the other ocean segment, which of course goes around the mountain, which makes complete sense considering we started on the other side where we clearly saw the ocean going around the mountain. So that, I think, is pretty much that. We've gone all the way from east to west and seen all we can see. I'm sure I'm missing loads of things. Feel free to tell me in the comments what I've missed. Now I've tried to explore it myself at least once. I'll probably come back very, very soon for a second exploration regardless, but I'm sure I'll always miss little things, because once again, I do try to ignore things like maps online and guides and other people's videos, just to have at least a bit of a fresh experience when things like this first come out, and I'm hoping this is a safe place to land. There are some terror birds over there, so I'm going to slowly walk towards the light. All that's left now is the bridge between the 2 islands, and I really want to see one of the new seagull duck things. They're really cool. I've seen them in the distance, but I want to see one up close. Hello, Alpha Carno. Not exactly something new, but definitely something absolutely terrifying. A female level 5 Alpha Carno, so I'm going to give that a pretty wide berth after almost dive bombing it just then. And this is the bridge. So it's mostly then, by the looks of things, it's mostly the same biome as the main island. Then we have rexes, we have mammoths, we have rhinos, we have all the usual stuff you'd expect. Anything else unique about this place? Doesn't seem like it. And actually I've already crossed it pretty much completely now. This is the last little section. Ooh. But there is a white supply drop, which I'm going to completely ignore for my own safety. Another another Rex, rather. A little bit higher up now, a little bit harder to tell which predator is which. So that's that. That is the new area towards the south, the mountainous ridge, whatever you actually want to call it. And if this area is not, well, if this area is safe, we're going to go ahead and try to get that blue supply drop. I was going to say if it's not guarded, but then changed my sentence mid-sentence to a new sentence, which was more sentencey. Let's be nice and quick. Hello! Useless. Good. Okay, one new thing. One new blueprint which I haven't learned before. Fantastic. So now, the last thing we need to do today, let's go and find that seagull. That was way too easy. Okay, that is not a seagull, that's more like a pelican, honestly. Well, kind of like a pelican. What's it even called? Hello there, buddy. I am not going to be able to pronounce that until I look it up. Oh, but look, it's sitting on the water. Oh, I need one of those in my life, big time. I wonder if it's aggressive if you hit it. A very weird and cruel thing to say, but at the same time I do want to find out. No, it's passive by the looks of things. Oh, very passive, and it has almost no health. Well, I feel very mean right now, but there we are. We've killed one of the new animals, and sadly we didn't get the dossier update, which I kind of assumed, since I'm fairly certain you can tame these things. I will be on the lookout for the other new dinosaur, but I'm afraid, for now, I am all out of time for today's episode. This is the last time I will be recording Ark before I go to a convention over the weekend, and after the weekend I'll be back and finishing off everything over at our base. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Ark Survival Evolved is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next episode, like I say, we'll be doing the fabricator, finishing off the wall, and maybe we'll come back here for a bit more of an in-depth look, since I didn't really have enough time today to look at every single section, which I definitely want to. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.